Think you know Congo? Let's rethink everything in just a few minutes. Today, we'll uncover the real Congo, a story of resilience, potential, and transformation. To carry out an in-depth analysis of Congo, we must start from somewhere in South-Central Africa. That would be the Bangula wetlands of Zambia. An area bigger than the size of most European capitals. This wetland is fed by 17 rivers, but only one river drains it, the Luapula. By the time the water reaches the Luapula, 90% of its volume has already been soaked up in the marshlands, either due to evaporation or absorbed by vegetation. It continues the trek through the bushlands bordered by dense jungle and rainforest that extends several thousand kilometers inland in certain areas. It then crosses the equator before plunging at Boyoma Falls, gathering momentum and ferocity as it continues an over 4,000 kilometers tumble to rendezvous with the Atlantic, earning the tag the Mighty Congo River, one of its many names. The Congo River is more than just a geographical feature. It's the lifeblood of the nation. Stretching over 4,700 kilometers, it is the deepest river in the world and the second largest by discharge volume, second only to the Amazon. The river supports fishing, transportation, and agriculture for millions. Congo's rainforests are the lungs of the earth, absorbing carbon dioxide and regulating our planet's climate. This land, teeming with life, is home to some of the world's most endangered species. It also holds immense potential for energy production. Were its hydrological potential effectively harnessed to full capacity, it could provide electricity not only to Congo, but to much of the continent, transforming the region's energy landscape. This is the inspiration behind the multi-billion-dollar Inga Dam expansion presently in development. When completed, it will be the largest power station in the world. The Congo River proceeds between the two Congos, essentially separating them. These are the Democratic Republic of Congo and the Congo Republic. The former has Felix Tshisekedi as its president, while the other has Denis Sassou Nguesso in charge. The bigger of the two Congos, the Democratic Republic of Congo, the DRC so abbreviated, has a landmass of 2,344,858 square kilometers with a population of 110 million, while the other is 342,000 square kilometers with a population of 5.7 million. The capital of the DRC is Kinshasa, while that of the other is Brazzaville. These capitals lie side by side, separated by the Congo River, making them the closest capital in the world. Only 2 kilometers separates them at their closest points. To avoid ambiguity, the two countries are often differentiated using their capital cities, Congo Kinshasa and Congo Brazzaville. Both speak the Kikongo and Lingala languages, share similar birth names, and adopted French as their official language due to their colonial past. Congo Brazzaville was colonized by France, while Congo Kinshasa was colonized by Belgium, who spoke French at the time. Both countries used to be one. Known then as the Congo Kingdom before the arrival of the colonialists in the late 18th century and changed the path of that kingdom. The following was precisely what happened. In 1884, German Chancellor Otto von Bismarck invited the rest of Western Europe to the Berlin Conference to peacefully split the control of the continent amongst themselves, thereby avoiding resulting to armed conflicts in the appropriation of the resources of this mineral-rich region. Their arrogance was such that the continent was split not only to nation-states, but the country that would later become the Democratic Republic of Congo was handed over to a king in Belgium, King Leopold II, as his personal property, and in return he was to keep that region a free trade zone for them. It is worthy of note to state at this point that King Leopold never stepped foot in Congo. Rather, he deployed a brutal British explorer by the name Henry Stanley, who he had earlier sponsored his expedition to the area some years prior, 1881 to be precise. It was the explorer who had first discovered the natural riches of the region. Under Stanley, colonialists massacred and maimed millions in an attempt to extract ivory and particularly rubber to feed the automotive industry, then at its infancy. He established a navigable port to provide an access port in and out of the interior jungle, and named it Leopoldville after the Belgian king that sponsored his expedition. By the time Leopold relinquished control of Belgium in 1908, over 10 million lives had been lost, leaving scars that shape Congo's identity even today. It was under these conditions that the region continued until 1960, when the locals overthrew their Belgian rulers, created the Democratic Republic of Congo, and renamed its capital city, Kinshasa. Having inherited weak institutions and a devastated economy from the colonialists, it was no surprise when the nation descended into chaos in the decades to come due to the scramble for power and control of resources. Congo sits on an area with vast mineral resources, one of such being cobalt, a key component that lets lithium batteries in cell phones, laptops, and electric vehicles charge faster. In fact, half of the known quantity is estimated to be buried in Congo. With the market for the mineral exploding within the past decade, and demands are expected to rise by 500% in the coming decades as companies strive to dominate the market for electric-powered vehicles and the downstream market. In 2007, Joseph Kabila, the then-sitting president, made a multi-billion-dollar infrastructural deal with China that allowed them to extract 600,000 tons of cobalt in exchange for roads, hospitals, and railways. China provides the loan and imports her own citizens, construction materials, and equipment into the country to handle the construction, thereby providing jobs for her citizens and commerce for supplies back home. In other words, the bulk of China's loan pays Chinese citizens and stimulates their industry for heavy equipment, at the same time giving them control of the local cobalt market, where they control about 70% of the mines, such that they are able to suppress price of cobalt in the Congolese market, thus stiffening small-scale miners and the power to manipulate the international market by setting the prices arbitrarily. It is, however, unfair to blame China solely for the stall in the delivery of some of the promised infrastructure, as some of the monies meant for development have been pocketed by corrupt local government officials, an endemic rampant in the country. In spite of all the setbacks, the Congolese people are resilient. In fact, the capital Kinshasa has doubled every 5 years since 1950 to become the most populous capital in all of Africa. But life in Kinshasa is not without its challenges. Home to over 17 million people, it's one of the largest cities in Africa. Rapid urbanization has led to overcrowding, inadequate infrastructure, and social inequality. Yet, Kinshasa's spirit remains unbroken, as its residents navigate these issues with ingenuity and resilience. Kinshasa is a city of youth, with over 60% of its population under the age of 25. This young generation is shaping the city's future, embracing education, technology, and entrepreneurship. Initiatives in tech hubs and startups are proof that Kinshasa's youth are ready to lead the charge into the future. The city is the birthplace of Congolese rumba, a genre that has captivated audiences worldwide. Its artists and designers are trailblazers, with the Supers, Kinshasa's flamboyant fashionistas, making global headlines for their bold, elegant styles. Here, creativity is a way of life. Other cities worthy of mention are Lubumbashi, the mineral capital. Located in the southeastern part of the country, Lubumbashi is the DRC's second largest city and its economic powerhouse. Known as the mineral capital, it's the hub of Congo's vast mining industry. The city thrives on its rich deposits of copper and cobalt, crucial for global industries from electronics to renewable energy. Lubumbashi also boasts a cosmopolitan vibe, with vibrant markets, thriving industries, and an active expatriate community. Goma, the city by the volcano. Nestled near the shores of Lake Kivu and overshadowed by the majestic yet volatile Mount Nyiragongo, Goma is a city of contrasts. Known for its resilience in the face of natural disasters, including volcanic eruptions, Goma is also a gateway to the DRC's stunning natural beauty. From its role as a humanitarian hub to its emerging tourism industry, Goma stands as a symbol of hope and regeneration. Kisangani, the river port city. Kisangani, the largest city in northeastern Congo, is a vital river port and a historic trading hub. It's the last navigable point on the Congo River before the rapids, making it a key link in the country's transportation network. Known for its lush surroundings and colonial architecture, Kisangani is a city where history and commerce intertwine. Bukavu, the Green City. Situated on the southern shores of Lake Kivu, Bukavu is known as the Green City due to its lush, hilly landscape. It's a center for coffee production and a gateway to the breathtaking Kahuzi-Biega National Park, home to the endangered eastern lowland gorillas. Bukavu's charm lies in its natural beauty and its efforts in environmental conservation. Matadi, the gateway to the sea. Matadi is the chief seaport of the DRC, located on the Congo River near the Atlantic Ocean. This city is vital for the nation's trade, connecting Congo's inland regions to the global market. Known for its striking cliffs and vibrant port activities, Matadi is a city that embodies industriousness and connectivity. Each of Congo's major cities has its own story, its own challenges, and its own contributions to the nation's rich tapestry. Despite its challenges, the DRC's future is bright. Investments in infrastructure, education, and renewable energy are beginning to take shape. Community-led initiatives are transforming neighborhoods, and international partnerships are helping to unlock the country's vast potential. So, why does how you look at Congo matter? Because a nation's future can be redefined by the lens through which we view it.